good morning, good morning. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh my, I love meeting you.
Thank you.
So nice. So nice.
You are?
I'm Pauline. Pauline, yes.
QR.
Hi.
Hi, nice to
And,
meet you.
I'm in from St. John's, but I'm here on a...
St.
my
John's
sis-
where we're going?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but I'm here on a helping my sister, right?
Right.
You know, so I said I gotta go over. I thought
have a seat here.
I thought I had missed you. I thought you were gone. You got
Right.
Gander, right? And I
Right,
said, oh,
yes.
I'm so disappointed. I said to my
Yes.
sister, you know.
Well, I was reading the comments and then I said, oh, someone posted saying, I'm so disappointed you didn't pass by.
Yeah, that was
Right,
me.
so I'm like, okay, and I said to the convoy members, okay, we're going into that. They're like, I said, okay, how far are we?
Yeah,
Did we
because it
pass
said
it?
you were going from Corner Brook to Gander.
To Gander,
You
right?
didn't mention Grand Falls at all, right?
Exactly.
And I said-
It wasn't
I
on the
can't believe,
agenda.
can't believe they're not coming into Grand Falls. Why? Why? Grand Falls is not a funny town.
right. So I'm like, okay, did we pass it already? They're like, no,
Yeah.
28 kilometers. So
Yes.
I'm like, okay, we're going. So
But
that
I
was
was so upset by that time.
Yeah.
I took out my iPad and I went over and I just pouted. I didn't. I said, I can't believe it. So I phoned my niece in
Right.
St. John's. I said, I can't believe. I said, they're not coming in Grand Falls. I said, I really got so disappointed. You know.
Well, you know what? It's a good thing that you took out your iPad because
Yes.
we ended up staying here last night.
I know. I read it
So-
after. And when I went back to the iPad and I turned it on, I went back in Telegram and I said, they're here. I said, I got 5 minutes. I can't get ready in 5 minutes. Because that was like 22:08.
Right,
And I said, I can't get ready in 5 minutes. Oh my God. I said, I can't. I said, oh, I can't believe. I said, I missed them. I can't believe. And I said, God, you got to help me on this one.
And you got to help,
And
right?
he did. He did. I got to
Yeah.
say, he did.
Because
Yes.
all of a sudden I'm like, oh, it's snowing, and then the wind was blowing, right? So I'm
Oh.
like, and then I looked at him like, because we were having dinner
Yeah,
at that
yeah,
time after Trent's visit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I said, well, I guess we're staying here for the night. So there you are. And
Yeah,
then I
I saw
posted
Trent.
saying, exactly.
Yes, I watched that. Yes, I
So,
did. Yeah.
yeah.
So I wanted to ask you about the med beds.
Yes, correct, yes.
You know, so how long do you think before it would? I know they're in the UK now, are they?
They are actually also in Canada,
Oh,
but
are
it's
they?
guarded by our armed forces.
Oh, okay then.
Because the technology, remember that
Right.
technology used to be, well, it was made available to humanity, and then the not so nice people, or
Right.
not so human, half human people, decided to oppress the weedy people and kept it for themselves, and they made money out of it
Oh,
by
yeah.
by making sure pharmaceutical industry,
yeah, yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So that was that. But our med beds are here,
Yeah,
guarded
yeah.
by the celestial being and armed forces.
Yeah.
They're the ones in charge. My part of that was to take a personal oath to ensure that in Canada, med beds are available to everyone
Yes.
and
yes.
anyone who needs
Yeah.
it.
Mm.
And then to make sure that it's not monetized.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
The challenge has been that anytime there's a new technology,
Right.
someone would go
Yeah.
and get the patent
Mm.
and
Yeah.
then start monopolizing, and the people don't get to benefit, only the
Right.
privileged
Right.
ones.
Yeah.
So this time, that's my oath, to ensure that in Canada and around the world,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
technology.
Well, that's good then, you
Is
know,
given
because I have a
the
daughter. Like she's got rheumatoid arthritis, and
Right.
she's, you know, she has really bad days and good days, you know.
Yes.
And so I was thinking about her, like, you know, and so
I'm thinking about the whole of Canada.
yes,
And that's why also part of my traveling is to make sure that the people have the knowledge and understanding
yeah,
of what they have been deprived of when it comes
exactly,
to not only just previously having fake queen, but the technology that was gifted to humanity has been kept by the same people that they thought was supposed to be doing good for the people around the world.
yes,
So that's part of this convoy's message, is to make people aware of the medbeds and that we are removing the pharmaceutical industry from Canada and
That's
around the
good.
world.
That's good.
And that's the medbed
Yes.
replacing it.
Because I just think too many people are on drugs or
Yes, and that's how they make
putting
money.
all this stuff into their body, and
Yes.
you know, my late husband, he was on like 29 pills a day.
Wow, 29 pills a
29
day.
pills a day. Yeah, he had a stroke,
Right.
and they just kept popping the pills into him. But it wasn't no good for me to say anything because,
Right.
like, I wasn't a doctor, I wasn't a
Right, yes, yeah.
So, you know, and I used to go with him to his appointments, and he would say, you know, I would ask the doctor if there's any way that you can get him out of some of these pills. I just think it's too much going into his body.
Right.
So I don't put anything in my body that,
Right, yes.
you know, so. And he brought him down to, I think it was 23 or something.
Mhm. But you see, the doctors and nurses, that industry was created by the pharmaceutical industry
Oh, yes.
to support
Yeah.
their money-making machines.
Exactly,
So-
exactly,
There's no money to make with healthy population.
exactly.
right?
Right on, yeah. you're
So,
right on.
and to me, doctors are nothing more than legalized drug
Yeah.
dealers.
You're
Yes.
right. I know
They
that. 'Cause
are,
every time you
right?
go, first thing the prescription pad comes out.
Correct, exactly.
You know?
And they don't even know what's in it.
No.
Because I had personal experience when I had my tooth pulled out. I had a dentist that gave me 3 different prescriptions, not even knowing how it would affect me.
Exactly.
And I ended up having a reaction to it, and I ended up being in the ER that very afternoon, that very evening after I took the medication. So, and I was wondering why he prescribed Oxycontin.
Wow.
He gave me prescription for 6 Oxycontin, and then I read it and I'm like, wait a minute, isn't this the same drug that I kept on hearing, you know, about the so yes.
Yeah. The ones they sell on the
Mhm.
street, really.
So anyhow, my body rejected that whole thing, and that's how I ended up being in the ER. And then I said to him the following day, you know, I'll be very nice to you. I will
Yeah.
not take your license. I won't, because this is a malpractice.
Right.
Right? I said, you almost killed me last night, and here's the proof I was in the ER.
It's
So,
unreal. It's unreal how much they give out, really.
yes, yes.
You
They're,
know.
they're there as just money-making machines.
Yes,
That's
it
what the
is.
doctors
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
Some of the doctors in some of the universities, I believe, third-year university doctors, before they get to 4th year, maybe wrong in terms of the year, but they're made to sign that they have to be able to do euthanasia on their patients.
Mhm.
Can you imagine that?
I know.
If they don't sign that agreement, they can't go on and have their license.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So we have, that's why we're getting rid of this industry, because
Mhm.
that's what's there. Their only purpose is to make money out of the people and to kill as many people as possible, right? And as you said,
Yeah.
there's no money to be had when you have a healthy population.
Exactly. Exactly. You're right. I mean,
Yes.
I take care of myself. I watch what I eat.
Exactly, yes.
You know, I try and exercise every now and then. I
Right.
get lazy, and you know.
Yes, yeah.
But I think I'm doing pretty good.
Pretty good.
You know,
You're
'cause
pretty
I
good.
feel healthy. I'm 74,
Wow.
and so
I thought you were early 50s.
no.
Wow, 74, eh? You're in pretty good shape. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
I take care of myself. I
good.
drink water, and,
Yes.
you know. So and I was always in the gym, always in working out. You know. So.
Speaking of water, see this water here,
Mhm.
I keep on asking, where can we get spring water on this island?
Well, there was a place up on the highway that you could go and get it. They go up in the summertime and they get it.
Right.
I don't know if you can get it now. Like, you know, like I usually drink Big 8.
Big 8.
Big 8 water is called, and that's pretty good. It's got not a lot of stuff in it.
Yes.
Or True North. True North is done here in Newfoundland,
Okay. Yes.
and that's one of the top waters you can drink.
True North. Okay.
Yeah, True North or Big 8.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the only 2 waters that I will drink.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because we passed by yesterday. Yeah. We passed by a spring water,
Yeah.
but it was so deep, and it was. Yeah.
Yeah, because in the
There was no
summertime they
help.
go up and they draw the water off, right? They drink it in the summertime, and in the wintertime I think it's more or less freezes up and that, like, you know, so you
Yes.
won't get a whole lot, like, you know.
Got it. Yes.
So,
So I'm like, ah.
but it's so nice to see you.
Thank you.
Oh
Thank
my!
you. I'm glad.
And
that
Raven, I
you're
mean,
here.
you know,
Yes.
I've watched her so long. And,
Yes. Well, you
you
guys
know?
can have a picture together.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, I would love that.
After
Kevin,
you ask
would
any
you
more
like to-
questions.
No, I
Yes.
don't think there's any more questions. I wanted to know mainly about the med because I follow you so much, so I know what you've been talking about to
Yes.
people and all that, and,
Right.
like, you know.
Yes.
And I know why you're here, and I, you know,
Good.
and that's what counts. I've been into the spiritual thing for a few years.
Right.
And,
Yes.
you know, I meditate. You know, so I know, and I see things, like, you know. So I mean, you know, that came from my
Glad.
mom.
Yes.
You know, so she was Indigenous, my grandfather and that.
Yes.
So, you know, and learned a lot, you know. So I grew up with a family of 15.
15.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And there's 10 on the other side.
Got it. Got it.
And there's 5 that's left
5,
now. 4
yes.
girls and 1 boy
Wow.
left, yeah. Yeah,
Well, it seems the 5 here are doing their work,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's good. I'm glad that you really wrote that message last night, because I saw that message and I'm like, oh my God, we really, you know, I don't want to disappoint her. You know, I want to make sure we
Yeah.
go there, and you know, and,
Yeah. Mm.
so that's how we ended up here, and now you are
I
in front of me
know, I
in
know.
the flesh.
I
you
know. My sister's home now, and she can't wait now for me to go back, right?
No.
So it's okay, because she wants to hear all about it, you know, and so, anyway, so that's it.
Okay.
I'm so happy to see you, and you.
Would you like to come with us to the United States?
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Yes, because I'm single.
Well, our RV, actually, I posted it on Telegram that I have been invited by the Commander-in-Chief there of the Armed Forces of the U.S. So we are going into the U.S. I said all
Wow.
50 states plus their territory.
Yes, yes, I saw that on your site.
Yes.
Yes, and
Yeah.
that's excellent. That's
Yes.
excellent, because right now I think everybody needs that help.
Yes, correct.
And the states, like with Biden and everything else, I think everybody needs,
Oh yes.
yeah,
Yes.
that little
Correct.
crystal to wake up,
Yes.
you know. So, and everybody got to wake up. They got to wake up.
And this is the first time that the head of state and Commander-in-Chief
Yes.
of
Yes.
Canada is going
Yeah.
state by state by state by state.
Yeah. So you're doing all of Canada and then to the states.
That's
good.
correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So do you do small towns like on your way? Like now, when you go to St. John's
Yes.
and on your way back, do you go right on through, or do you do small towns on the way back?
I try to stop in as many towns as possible,
Yes.
and then, as you've said on your post last night, oh, I'm so disappointed. So I always watch for that comments, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
and right, because usually we just go through, and especially with time, right? Because we
Oh,
have
I
to
know,
be back
yes,
in BC
yes.
also, and then
Yes.
we have to do a GTA tour, because I promised, because we were speeding coming to Ottawa.
Oh.
So I didn't do a GTA tour. So I said on our way back to BC, I will do a GTA tour.
Or-
So, and little
Yeah.
towns in Saskatchewan, Manitoba, all the way back to BC.
Oh, that's so sorry. That's another question I wanted to ask you about the media.
Yes.
When is it going to be infiltrated? When is it going to when are going to start coming out with the truth? Like, you know, I mean, because right now everything is just so false coming out, and I can't even turn on TV. My sister turns on her husband,
Right.
And he wants to watch the news, and I says, "Oh God, don't turn that on." So I go into bed and I'm not doing meditation while they're watching the news,
Right.
right? You know. And I said, "Why do you watch that?" I said, "That's all lies." I said, it's crazy." I said, "Just listen to it,
Right.
you know, and it'll tell you, you know." So I said, "Turn it on." No, yeah, right.
So in terms of the media, we now control the media. Their role is to expose as many fake news as possible,
Gosh.
right? For example,
Good, yeah.
Fox News in Ukraine
Yes.
highlighted showing the cardboard gun.
Oh, yes, I
Right.
saw that when the gun fell apart.
That's correct, right? So
Yeah.
that's their role,
Yeah.
is to show, because I had said we are removing the deep state government of Ukraine,
Okay.
and there is no war in Ukraine. I have asked the NATO alliance to back off from Ukraine, as well as the United States
Yes,
armed forces.
yes.
So they're back all the way to Poland, Hungary, and Romania.
That's good.
And if people are paying attention, guess who controls NATO alliance? And then I said that the special operations of the Russian forces in Ukraine is supported by the NATO alliance.
Good.
And they are there not to invade, but to liberate
Yes.
the
yes.
Ukrainians. And Ukraine is going back to Russia the way it used to be before the deep state operatives divided it piece by piece. Remember the USSR?
Yes.
Before
Yes.
they removed Gorbachev.
Yeah.
That's right.
Wow. That's excellent.
So that's what's happening in Ukraine. Everything else
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
director's cut.
Yes, that's right. I saw all the people when they were rushing towards the camera,
Right,
screaming.
exactly, screaming,
Yes,
that one.
yes, I saw that one, and yeah, I know there's a lot going on in Ukraine, and I know it's the cabal is there,
Yes.
and it's a deep state, like, you know, that, right, and you know,
That's also what they have done or tried to do in Ottawa.
yes,
They didn't realize, they didn't expect that I would go to Ottawa and expose all of their
right,
nonsense, right? And
Yeah.
that's why, while the mainstream media was showing, oh, there's chaos in Ottawa,
yes,
there's, you know,
exactly.
Raven was
Yeah, I
showing,
saw you.
there you go, from February 3rd
yeah.
at night,
Yeah.
after the Queen Romana made the announcement, all the honking stopped that night.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
And then I said, well, I said to the truckers, you came to Ottawa to have the restrictions lifted. I have lifted it now. Go home or go to the United States and help liberate the United States.
Yes, that's right. I've read that too,
Right?
and did they?
Some, yes, many went to the
okay,
United States,
okay,
and we
yeah.
also had U.S. truckers
Yeah.
come to Ottawa.
Yeah.
So
Well,
as
they're-
soon as I arrived, they left.
Yes, that's exactly. But now they're on their way to Washington. is it?
Correct.
Yes, and I saw the motorcade yesterday.
That's correct,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
And that is
Which is
why-
excellent. And I was saying,
Yes.
Yes.
And that is why I'm
wake
going
up more
to
people.
the U.S.
Yes, and good for you.
Because I was the one that
You're a
asked
godsend.
our people, our truckers, to go and help liberate the United States. And so I am going.
Yeah,
And just
yeah.
so we're clear, the truckers' initiative was started by the White Hats and then infiltrated by the deep state
Oh.
operatives here in Canada.
Okay.
Correct. And
Yeah.
so they didn't realize that I was watching all of the things that they were doing.
Wow.
So when I got to Ottawa and I announced, I am lifting all the restrictions, go home and or go to the United
Yes.
States.
Yes.
They didn't realize that after I announced that, I was watching who are the deep state operatives that are going to continue staying in Ottawa because they were paid to be there. Many were, yes, many
Active
were
crisis
using,
actors.
correct,
Yeah.
crisis actors, the BLM, the Antifa. They even threw an indigenous lady in front
Yes,
of my
I saw
RV.
that. Yes.
While I was
saw
making a
that in
speech,
front
he
of the
was.
horse. I saw that.
That's correct.
Wow.
Many.
Yes.
So all of that.
Wow.
And had we not had Raven come with us documenting everything, we would not have known, and the public would not have known.
That's right.
Because they're
Yeah.
focused on the mainstream media, right?
Yeah.
So after I said that, every night I would go with Raven and the team, and we would document what was happening
Yes.
every night all
Yeah.
the way to the parliament.
Mm.
And then on weekends, guess what was happening? They would turn, there were no more truckers, very few, it's just those paid ones that were staying there.
Oh.
And then on weekends, from Friday until Saturday, they'd turn the entire downtown Ottawa all the way to the Parliament Hill. They'd turn it into a rave.
Yes. Yes, they did.
They did.
It
And
was party time.
party time, exactly.
Yeah.
None of them were truckers, very few, and they
Wow.
would park their
Wow.
the very few trucks that
Yeah.
were left
Yeah.
was parked there. Nobody was there, and that was just the excuse. And
Wow.
so I said, martial law.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then after I did the nightly rounds in Ottawa, documenting what was happening, I said in one of my videos, I said the Ottawan people have had no say in the restrictions that was put up by the fake corporation government. Why have they been invaded? Because that was an invasion,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes.
And psychologically torturing
yes.
the people in Ottawa
Exactly.
from 8 a.m.
Yes.
in the morning with that synchronized honking
Yeah. Yeah.
until 1
yeah.
a.m.
Oh my God, that would have drove me nuts.
And they couldn't, their normal lives were interrupted. They were already under that restrictions, plus you had this. So I should imagine if I did this in your little town.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
How would you
Come here
feel?
and do that.
Exactly. So I said, go home. You
Yeah.
have, you are now free, and being here is a violation of the new laws in the Kingdom of Canada.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I stayed there. I watched what was happening, and it was the same group of people that were being paid stayed there.
Stage.
So I said, clean Ottawa.
That was good. And you did.
Yes.
And you did.
Because I said, yeah, we the people.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was an invasion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my. But anyway, I'm so glad I met you finally. And you.
Okay, so let's take